Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel, to another live episode. This live stuff's getting far too easy to do. But in this episode, I want to talk to you about small, consistent actions which you can take over periods of time, which are going to make big changes. And this sums it up. I always try and write something like related on the wall behind me, on the board behind me, and there's no quick wins. Ultimately, there's no quick wins. If something is worth doing, it's worth doing for the long term. And like, for example, today I've just come back from spending the afternoon with Theodore Hoffman. He's been on the channel before. Link is in the description. Fantastic guy. He's been super busy down in Wolverhampton, working on loads of things, and Theo just gets it. And we were throwing around, like, within 10 minutes we were talking business ideas, different things that we could do, especially on YouTube, things that we could work on together, and like back in the market of what we've seen, what we sort of see as potentially being the next big thing. And to see someone who gets it, and again, it's when you start a new project, it's very easy to want instant results, but that is never the case. That's just not the realistic outcome of your time and of your effort. Everything takes a long time. I've said this before. With the business that me and Matt started, we started it properly in about August 2013. We didn't launch publicly until January 2014. And we didn't actually, we started making money in the business by March. We never actually took any money out of the business for at least another year after that. So that was a full year and a half of solid effort. And that's what I mean. It was like 17-hour days, working 7 days a week, hitting burnout, and literally working like the competition wasn't, basically working to a new degree, because we knew that it was only going to be time and effort which was going to work for the business. We were offered investment, but it was ultimately myself and Matt which were needed in order to make that business work. And it was a war of attrition. It was literally turn up every day, do work. At least, some days you have good days where you get loads done. Some days you feel like you've done nothing, but you have, and you just turn up, and you just keep turning up, and you keep working, and ultimately you have to trust in the process that as long as the business plan is good and the strategy is right, you have to play the long game. And Matt always said that from the get-go. It was like, this is not a 6-month thing. This is a year plus. We have to try this for years. And I think right now in business, and whether this be with people trying to start on eBay, with people trying to build apps, or build shopping, e-commerce websites, they expect results immediately. And that's what I mean. There's no quick wins for any of this. You have to build the foundations first, and ultimately it all stems from an audience, having an audience. And that is perhaps one of the hardest things to do, is to get people to care enough about what it is that you're doing. And the only way that you can do that is by giving value, is ultimately by trying to help them answer a question or entertain them in a way which makes their lives better. And that's the thing, is you cannot do that quickly. You have to build trust, and building trust is a long game. It can take years to build trust and just minutes to lose it. And it was so, like I said, it was so great to see Theo today, because he's like one of my friends who truly gets that. You play the long game. And I think a lot of people, get started in business for the wrong reasons. They think, people still now say, oh, it's okay for you to run your own business, you must be wadded. Like, yeah, I wish that was true. I wish I didn't have money problems. I wish I didn't have that, but it's not true. I don't have the financial freedom, which, I one day will have. But that's because I'm playing the long game still. I'm only, what, 4 and a bit years into this? I've got a long way to go. And yeah, and some people's time comes sooner than others. Some people blow up after 2 years. Some people, it takes 10 plus years. Who knows? But if you continue on the track of giving value and turning up every single day, that's how you win. And the most important part of that turn up every day is turning up on the days when you don't want to turn up. That's when you make the biggest difference, because when everyone else would quit, you carry on, and that's what sets you apart. There's going to be days when like I think I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, I really didn't want to record a YouTube video that day, but I had to do it. I made myself do it, because that's what you do in order to do this. And again, I mean, look at this YouTube channel, for example. If you're watching this right now, you may be a subscriber, and if you are, thank you so much. You have no idea how much it means to me that you've actually clicked the little red button and are somewhat interested in what I have to talk to you about. And I know this isn't the most exciting channel in the world. I'm not, jet setting around very often, and largely I'm here working, and I take some time out of my day to talk to you about something which I hope can bring you some sort of value. And I started this channel back in the beginning of October last year. And, now I look at the channel as we stand right now, I think we're at 260 something subscribers. That's 260 people who previously, I didn't have the permission to talk to in that regards. And it's taken me doing a video every single weekday for what, 10 months or so, July, August, 9 months, in order to build that small following. I mean, don't get me wrong, people watching this thinking, yeah, 260 people is a lot of people. But there's people out there with millions of subscribers. PewDiePie's got 55 million subscribers. It's incredible. Or 56 now. It's incredible. Obviously, he's been doing this a lot longer and blah, blah, blah. He does entertainment stuff. But the thing is that you don't get to that level without taking small, consistent action over a long period of time. That's what equals the big changes. And like I said, I was chatting with Theo before, and he was saying, like, Dave, I look at your channel, Theo started his channel before me, but Theo's been busy with doing other things. And the difference is that I've managed to keep to a schedule of doing a video every single weekday. And now I'm, 260-ish subscribers. Theo's at 70 something. And that's the thing, is because I've taken the consistent steps every single day, even when I didn't want to, even when I had internet problems, even when the electricity went down, even when I've uploaded a video to see that it's wrong and I've had to take it down and re-edit and re-upload, I still do it. And these are the things which you do. And like I said, that's YouTube as an example, but I mean, in business, it's exactly the same. You cannot start a business under the mentality that you're going to be an overnight success. It doesn't happen. You could build the best website in the world and launch it tomorrow. You could have the best products in the world. In fact, that's something which I've been very tempted to run some tests with myself. If I do, I'll run a series on it. I'm umming and ahhing at the minute because, like I said, I've got loads of stuff I should be doing with the main business, and all that needs my attention right now. But if, like I said, if I would do it, I would need to dedicate time to do it properly, and again, take small steps over a long period of time. But what I was going to say is, you could have the best product in the world, launch a website, and nobody's going to buy it because nobody knows about it. So then you have to start marketing, and it's that grind doesn't stop. You go from building a website, sourcing products, listing products, putting the website live, and now it's a case of, right, now I've now got to go and find customers, marketing it, taking pictures, putting Instagram videos up, Facebook ads, and then when you do that, then you're shipping orders and packing, picking, dispatching, all the rest of it. And it's the small stuff is the key. When you think over a long period of time, it's like there's no quick wins. I keep saying this, and it's so true. There's no quick wins. And I think in the generation that we see today, and myself included, my generation, whether I'm a millennial or whether you're thinking Generation Y, Generation Z, whatever it may be, the people who are now like 30 and under, we live, thanks largely to social media, we live in this world of instant gratification, and we want things now. The idea of me saying to you, oh, if you want to be successful in business, what you need to do is take your idea, invest some of your money with it, and 5 years of your time, and it might work. People aren't willing to make that sacrifice. And that's the difference between those that will succeed and those that won't succeed, is that the ones who are actually willing to put the work in. And that's the thing. I would always say that you shouldn't be starting a business if you don't enjoy what it is that you're doing, because ultimately you're going to have to work hours which other people think are ridiculous. Other people think you're crazy, but that's what you need to do. But if you enjoy it, it doesn't seem like work. So you're able to do this. You're able to work those hours. And yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk to you about today. Is it came off the back of a conversation with Theo. We're hopefully going to be working on something together. So who knows? That would be quite cool. Got a chat from Isel Cafe. Richard, time is the most valuable asset everyone can afford, but may not be willing to give. That is ultimately you've hit the nail on the head. And that's a great quote. And another one that I like is when people say time is money. Totally not true. Time is more valuable than money. They don't stop printing money. There is, trust me, an infinite amount of money out there. There is not, however, an infinite amount of time. Your time is much more valuable than money. And taking, like I said, by spending your time on your business, on whatever it is that you're working towards, that is the most powerful investment that you can make in order to make things happen. So yeah, thank you so much, Richard. I really appreciate that, and totally 100% agree. Time is the most valuable asset everyone can afford, but may not be willing to give. And yeah, so that's something which, like I say, I wanted to talk to you about today. I know it's been a bit of a late one. We're past 5:30 now, but yeah, it's been one of those days. As a heads up, tomorrow I'm out all day, or most of the day, with Matt and John. They're up here in Manchester. So again, I'm not sure what's going to happen tomorrow. It'll probably be a late one as well, another live late episode. But yeah, we will see. And also something which I wanted to do. For anyone who, again, a few videos ago, I talked about my 3 top business YouTubers, one of them being Stephen Bartlett. Definitely go and subscribe if you haven't already. His video last night featured a chap called Clevan, who is a social media sort of marketing expert, and he's looking for some opportunities. He's looking either for some sort of intern work, if someone is looking for someone to do their marketing. All I'm asking is reach out to Clevan. I've put his links in the description below, his YouTube channel, his Twitter. If you're looking for someone to do some social media marketing for you, at least give it, like I said, give him a chance. We all know how hard, or I certainly know how hard it is when you're young and when you're starting out, and you just need that one opportunity. You just need one person to give you a chance. And like I said, unfortunately, I wish I was in a position to do that right now, but I'm not. That's why I'm reaching out to you. If anybody is looking for someone to do some sort of social media work, marketing work, whatever it may be, please reach out to Clevan. Like I said, I've put his YouTube link, his Twitter link down below. And yeah, you'd be doing me a favor. I'm sure Clevan will really appreciate it as well. I do suspect he will. I'm hoping, I've not asked him yet, I'm hoping he will feature on the channel soon. Because again, I'd love to get him on and share some of his stories of what his experiences are. So with that said, I think that's everything I've got to talk to you about today. If you're feeling frustrated, if you are feeling down if you're having a bad day, just remember, keep taking action. Keep making those small, consistent actions over time. And believe truly that those days when you really don't want to, they're the days where you really have to. Because that's when you make the biggest changes. That's when you make the biggest impact. Making small, consistent progression on days when you want to give up and not do it, that's when you power through, and that's when the good stuff happens. So if you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe if you are new. There's new content every single weekday. And share this video if you think, like I say, if you've got a friend who you think needs to hear this, or would find this beneficial, please share it with them. Again, I'm sure they'll thank you for it as well. With that said, enjoy the rest of your evening, whatever you're up to, and I'll catch you as always in tomorrow's video. Thank you for watching.